Okay, so here's what I'm noticing a lot this week from my office here is that a lot of people are feeling a lot of really, really strong and high emotions right now. So a lot of anger, a lot of anxiety, feeling really tight in their body, and a lot of overwhelm. So like just feeling like, oh, this is so much. I don't know how I can handle it. I'm gonna have to. And the next step they take is looking outside of themselves to think I'm gonna have to leave that relationship. I've got to have that conversation. I have to leave that job. I've got to find a new profession. And so, what I want you to know and to remember, because this is really hard to remember in the moment, when we start running those stories and we get, caught up in the mind of these solutions, in other words, these fixes to how you are feeling, to remember, first of all, there's nothing wrong with you for feeling the way that you feel. And what we're really running up against right now is what is being felt in the body and also in the collective on the earth. So all this energy is coming up. And the reason is that so many times, because we didn't know this, and certainly in past generations, we didn't know this, that emotions are energy in motion and they're rising to be felt and seen through your body. They're not here to be fixed or gotten rid of or bypassed or avoided or just think positive and everything will be okay. This energy is actually rising through your body, and you might notice that it's not new. The stories that, are running through your mind, they're not new stories. And they've probably been circulating for a long time. They may feel a lot more intense right now. But when we always go to the outside to fix, to get rid of, to move this obstacle out of my way so that I can feel better, that obstacle returns until you can flow with it. So our blueprint, our natural state of aliveness, it involves all these twists and turns and these emotional, what can feel like stuck points. But when we trust and allow and trust what you're feeling and allow what you're feeling, you start to flow. And without jumping to the outside quite yet to change whatever is going on. Now, often these energies are quite old and they might even be intergenerational. So the answer is really to think of yourself as being in flow. So when you're going down this river, that the water doesn't try to like stop and push the rock out of the way so that it can flow straight. That's the old world. You are like water that's flowing, and you're finding these obstacles along the way. And because this is your natural state of being alive and in life, the opportunity here is to be able to actually feel what you are feeling and to stay awake to what you're feeling. Because you flow through many things in your life, and even in your day, in your moment, you flow through thoughts, you flow through emotions, and some of them get sticky and get stuck. And then the tape starts going in the mind. So when you can, the only way of expansion through this is to feel what you feel and to stay alert to it, because the alertness, the aliveness is you. The emotion is not you. And so we keep on ducking and diving around these obstacles, and it never ends up being resolved or healed. So trust life, trust that life is trying to flow through you, and trust that whatever is coming up for you is there to be seen, heard, and felt. And life becomes so much easier. It is possible to have these emotional upheavals, this intense energy right now that's flying around outside of us, inside of us. It's possible to be with that and feel peaceful. This is the way of expansion, because when we are contracting around the emotion, pushing it, fixing it, improving it, pushing it out, we're still going to be contracted. And that emotion, I will guarantee you, will come up again, probably tomorrow. So you might as well stay open to it. Know that you are the river, you are flowing, and this particular group of emotions or emotion is asking you to be with it. And just to remember that, because when you don't know this, your life is going to be suffering. And I am hearing and seeing so many people right now suffering, not because they're in a war, but they're at war with themselves. They're at war with their own body. They're at war with their emotions. So if you can imagine a little inner child inside of you that's saying, I'm really angry right now. I'm really frustrated. I really wanted that candy and I can't have it. And you lock them away or you push them out on the street, it's only going to get worse. So what about taking that emotion or that child and bringing them even closer to you, saying, wow, I see you, I feel you, I hear you. Sometimes it's as easy as that. And I will guarantee that this way is going to be far easier than the other way of fixing, avoiding, self-helping it to death. It's probably come back. You've done that already. And staying aligned with yourself, staying awake. Because through this emotional energy, something new is trying to awaken through you. If you see it through just this once, just this moment, just this breath, and just today, and you will find a magnificent expansion on the other side. When your river just starts flowing with the chaos and the mess, because that's life. That is life. Nobody ever said that life didn't have its twists and turns, its ups and downs, its tragedies, its pain, its joy, and its excitement. But the more we contract, the more we miss out, even on the good stuff. So don't try to stay positive. Don't force yourself to love yourself. Just go with the flow of whatever is happening in you, and those things will come naturally. So right now I've opened up some limited spots because I want everybody to know this. Your freedom is right here. Limited spots, 30-minute breathwork healing sessions for $44. Book one. Just book one and you will get to the root of things, because we're skirting around on the surface with this mess. And so it'll keep happening until we take a deep dive into the root. And if that's not enough, join my the Expansion Blueprint. It's a 1-month course that will transform your life. This kind of stuff will become child's play. This will become so easy for you, and and you're going to expand so much in our month together. We start Tuesday, February 6th, and I'll leave the link somewhere here below. So let it flow. Trust your aliveness and know that what's coming up is meant to be coming up. Because the worst thing we can say to ourselves is, I really shouldn't be feeling this way. I shouldn't be feeling this way. That's the biggest self-gaslighting statement I've ever heard. I've got all this, I'm not at war right now, I should be grateful, so I shouldn't be feeling this. That emotion's gonna come back. So feel it. You are way bigger than any emotion that shows up in your body. You are like the universe compared to that pinhead of an emotion that feels so overwhelming. And it feels so overwhelming, like, it just overtakes you because it's being avoided or repressed. And how it gets into that state is because of all these protective mechanisms of the mind. So allow yourself to move, flow, and breathe with what is happening right now. Know that it's not you, and you've got the greatest expansion on the other side of it. All right, everyone. I got to see some more people here. So keep going, keep expanding, keep breathing, and join me in the expansion blueprint. You will not be disappointed. It's going to be so much fun, and I can just feel the freedom that's going to happen in that group already. All right, take care. Bye for now.